Mining is an important market for South Africa, okay, and so it is for 3M South Africa. It has been for many years. We have very good penetration into our safety products, our TSS products, some of our cleaning products, and then some of our healthcare products that goes into the mining. And in addition, we also have a lot of electrical products that goes into the mining. So it has always been a very important element or a market for 3M South Africa, and it will remain for us for the next 5 years as we look into a strategic plan. But I see that we will continuously to focus into this market for many more years to come in this part of Africa as well as Sub-Saharan Africa on these things, because it is heavily, all the economies are heavily dependent upon mining, and we have the right products, we have the right technology, and more importantly, our people are the biggest asset. We have the right competencies to go after and satisfy our customers.
So on the 3M side, okay, we have two different portfolios insofar as respiratory protection is concerned. The first deals with our disposable respirators. These, I'm pretty sure you've seen most of these in the market space itself. They make use of a technology which is called non-woven materials technology. So why is non-woven material technology important? The first reason it's important is that it reduces the amount of breathing resistance that you actually have. So think about it this way. If this was a woven material, and you'd had this on your face, okay, the amount of pressure that it requires to actually draw breath is quite significant. That gets compounded, okay, the moment you have particulate in the air, whether this is respirable dust, whether this is silica or any other type of dust, which eventually ends up caking onto the mask, okay, and thereby increasing the breathing resistance more. So the user feels less comfortable, and what normally happens, okay, is that we find that the guys will wear that for about 5 minutes, okay, eventually then take off the mask because they just physically cannot breathe. With the non-woven technology, okay, this does not happen. So the user is still fully protected, okay, in the sense that all the particulate effectively gets trapped inside the mask itself. You can think about these non-woven materials as being sticky fibers, okay, onto which the dust particle will actually adhere. So it allows full protection, reduced breathing resistance, okay, so you have a much more comfortable mask for the wearer. What we do is we couple this also with a valve technology here, so to be able to exhale the hot, humid air. Otherwise, this eventually builds up inside the mask, and we have exactly the same thing happening. Within about 5 minutes, this becomes unbearably hot and uncomfortable, and the user actually rips this off. These disposable masks, obviously, we classify according to different hazard areas in the mine itself. So this product, for example, would not be suitable necessarily in an area where you have a high concentration of toxic gases or other type of organic vapors. For that, we have a different product range, which is your reusable product range. So on the reusable respirator, this is effectively what the half-face pieces look like. They're available both as a half-face piece and then also as a full-face mask, which can integrate into either a power and supplied air unit or a filtered air type of unit. But on the reusable respirator itself, these would be the attachment points for your cartridges. Your cartridges, once again, are chosen depending on the specific hazard that you want to actually protect. So whether this is organic vapor, let's say it's ammonia, nitrogen, okay, sulfur dioxide, the likes of those. The user would select the different types of cartridges for this mask, and the only thing that he would change out on a weekly or daily basis, depending on the exposure that he's had, would be the cartridge. This face piece basically remains. In other words, the lifespan of this face piece, if well looked after, okay, can be anything upwards of about 2 years. An important thing, though, to note is that on these face pieces, okay, they are very personable, okay, which means that the user should not swap his mask out with anybody else, okay. Obviously, the skin integrity, okay, and bacterial transmission and everything, okay, is quite great insofar the mask is concerned. So what we try and do is we encourage people when we do training sessions at the mines to ensure that they always carry their mask with them. A lot of the mines also elect to actually wash the respirators. So that means physically taking this face piece and actually washing it in an industrial washing machine. That'll just remove all the contaminants there, okay, remove all the grease, the sweat, the oil, and other buildups there, okay, so the mask is fresh and ready the next time the user actually wants to use this. So that's very quickly, just in a nutshell, basically the two different sort of portfolios that we have insofar as respiratory protection is concerned.